In this video, we're going to start looking at integration by substitution. It's a really powerful technique and it's going to allow us to integrate all sorts of functions that we wouldn't be able to integrate any other way. In this video, we're actually going to focus on ones that we could integrate using reverse chain rule, and it's a nice little way to see how a substitution can work in a slightly simpler context. Alright, so take a look at this integral here. We're going to try to integrate 2x plus 3 times e to the x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, now the sharp-eyed among you might notice that this here, 2x plus 3, is the derivative of the power we have up here, which means it is exactly in the form f dash of x e to the f of x. Now, that means that we could actually just use reverse chain rule. And if you've watched my previous videos on reverse chain rule, you might just think, well, let's just do that. I want to show you how to solve this using a substitution, because cases that are a bit more familiar like this actually help us see why a substitution works, how it can be useful. So very often, if you see these questions in exams, you're given the substitution. So I'm going to tell you the substitution now, explain how it works. In future videos, we'll think about how we'd figure it out if we weren't given a substitution. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that u is x squared plus 3x plus 1. Okay, so u is a little function of x, and it's going to be something we're going to sub in instead of part of this integral. So let's see what happens if we sub it in. Ultimately, what we're trying to do is we're trying to convert this from an integration in terms of x into an integration in terms of u. All right, let's just leave this here for now, because this part here would be very difficult to express in terms of u right now. But look, we've just got e to the power of all of this stuff, which we've just called u. So that's just u. Now, the thing is, we don't actually want to be integrating with respect to x. We want to be integrating with respect to u. So I need to think, how can I convert dx, a little change in x, into a little change in u? Well, I'm going to do it by differentiating this substitution. So if I differentiate that substitution, I get du by dx. So there's that dx appearing. I'm going to rearrange later. And when I differentiate this, I get 2x plus 3. So precisely what I want is for this dx to be expressed in terms of some other stuff. So I can flip this upside down. Dx by du is 1 over 2x plus 3. And then I can multiply both sides by a little change in u, du. And I get 1 over 2x plus 3 du. So what this tells me is that each little change in x is equivalent to 1 over 2x plus 3 times a little change in u. So I can just replace my dx at the end of the integral with 1 over 2x plus 3 du. And look what we've got here. We've got 2x plus 3 and we've got a divide by 2x plus 3. So they're just going to cancel out, leaving me simply with the integral of e to the u du. Well, that's the easiest integral in the world, isn't it? That is just e to the u plus c. But remember that we wanted an answer actually in terms of x, but that's fine because u was x squared plus 3x plus 1. So my answer is e to the x squared plus 3x plus 1 plus c. So that's the integral of this. Now, those of you who like reverse chain rule, who know about reverse chain rule, you'll recognise that we could have maybe got there a bit more quickly, but at the moment I'm just introducing this as a process which we're going to absolutely need quite soon. Okay, let's have a look at a few more examples. All right, use the substitution u equals cos x plus sin x to evaluate this integral. All right, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to differentiate my substitution. And the reason why we always do that, and we will always do that, is that I want to express my dx at the end of the integral in terms of du. And to do that, we just differentiate du by dx is, and what do I get? Well, I get minus sine x plus cos x. And that means that dx by du is 1 over this. So 1 over, I'll just flip that around to make it look nicer, cos x minus sine x. And finally, the little change in x, the thing I'm interested in, is 1 over cos x minus sine x du. So now I can actually embed my substitution into here. So what stuff can I just sub in immediately? Well, cos x plus sine x is the denominator. So I've got cos x minus sine x, I can't eliminate that just yet, divided by u. And then instead of dx, we have 1 over cos x minus sine x du. And now look, these cancel. Cos x minus sine x on the numerator and the denominator cancel. And I've just got the integral of 1 over u du. And the whole point about integration by substitution is converting a challenging integral into a really easy integral. So the answer to this is just ln of u plus c. And then, of course, we just sub back in what u was. So that's ln of cos x plus sine x. And I'm just putting it in the modulus because cos x plus sine x can be negative. So just sticking it in modulus to prevent that disaster. There's our answer, ln of cos x plus sine x plus c. Okay, one more example. Use the substitution u equals cos 4x to evaluate 3 sine 4x times cos to the 5 4x dx. So this is actually where the substitutions can be really useful, because it's really difficult to know what multiple or what the numbers are in this question, and using a substitution can just kind of deal with that for us. So here's my substitution, u equals cos 4x. That means that du by dx is minus 4 sine 4x, and it's dx that I'm interested in. So we'll always just work on this until we have an expression for dx. So that's 1 over minus 4 sine 4x, and finally that means that dx is 1 over minus 4 sine 4x du. Okay, now I can look at putting the substitution into action. So what have I got? Well, I've got 3, not really doing anything with that. I can't as yet do anything that useful with sine 4x, so I'll just leave that there. I'm only just subbing in the things which are really obvious that I can actually use my substitution for. Okay, cos to the 5 4x, well that's just u to the 5. So I've got u to the power of 5 here, and then dx we figured out over here, it's minus 1, let's say, over 4 sine 4x du. Okay, that whole thing there was dx, which I established down here. Okay, cancelling time. The sine 4x and the sine 4x cancel. And what are we left with? Well, it's negative. So I've got a minus. Then I've got 3 divided by 4. So minus 3/4. And what's left is just u to the 5 du. All right, so this is no problem because this is just very simple integration. The power is going to go up by 1, up to 6, divide by the new power. Minus 3/4 divided by 6 is minus 1/8. So minus 1/8 u to the 6 plus c, and then we just drop our substitution back in. So it wasn't u, was it? It was cos 4x. So it's minus 1/8 cos 4x to the power of 6. So that's cos to the 6 4x plus c. Okay, so that is integration by substitution. In this video, we only used it in situations that we could have done using reverse chain rule. But stick around in the next video where we're going to look at integrals that we could not have really done any other way. See you there.